everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Manuela and today I'm gonna be talking to you actually more lightly about some animes that are in Netflix and that are really great and I really like watching them. Actually, most of these animes I watched them before they were in Netflix, but they are on my Netflix now, and every time I pass by it I'm like, oh, this animation was just so cool and things like that. I know they may vary depending on the country you are watching Netflix. So anyways, I'm just gonna recommend some of them for a lot of categories that I actually like to watch. And by the end of the video, I'm gonna be recommending one anime that came out recently and that I really like. So yeah, I hope you stick by the end of this video and that you enjoy all these anime recommendations for today. So here we go! Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna be recommending to you guys is Beastars. So if you're actually kind of wanting to look into something a little bit different, but also school life and a little bit of drama and psychology, then I think this one is right for you. Starting for the fact that it's not about people, but actually about anthropomorphic animals. And as I said in a previous video, it's basically about a society where carnivores and herbivores live together, but actually carnivores still have that necessity of eating meat, some of them kind of, and is about a grey wolf that falls in love with a white bunny, and starting from this point on, he starts discovering more about himself, about relationships, about just social life and society itself. Now for the next one I'm gonna be recommending to you is actually a shoujo. So it's like a comedy, romantic comedy type of animation, and it's Nozaki-kun. It's such a cute anime and it's just so funny. Like, the story basically is about this high school student who is a shoujo manga artist. So he writes romantic types of manga, and there is this girl that actually loves these mangas, and she finds out that he is the writer and she's actually in love with him. But then she actually starts realizing that the guy is not romantic at all. Like, he has like an odd conception of this romantic. He has no idea of like how to do the romantic scenes for his mangas, so he has a lot of trials and errors and he seems kind of emotionless about it. So this creates quite a comedy type of relationship and it's just really fun to watch. Okay, for the next anime I'm gonna be recommending something in more like the psychological, philosophical action seinen type of anime or story, which is Parasyte. So basically we have just our human world and someday just some kind of just new beings appear into the human world, and they are kind of like parasites in the sense that they get into humans and they are like instinctively they just go after the human brain to then just occupy that human kind of like as a host or something. So our protagonist actually was invaded by one of these parasites, but he realized that in time and he stopped it from going into his brain. So this kind of parasite thingy stays on his hand. So he is able to communicate with his parasite, and through this he starts having a lot of different confrontations with actually humans, but also with other humans that have been taken by these parasites. And things start getting complicated because his own thinking and emotions starts kind of changing, and it's really interesting to watch, and also watch the transformation of the main character and all the relations he is going to have to confront because of this parasite situation. Now, for probably one of my favorite anime categories is the shonen, the action type of animation. And for this one, I know Nanatsu no Taizai, it's on Netflix, and I really love this anime. I read the manga, that's why actually I haven't finished the anime yet. But anyways, this anime is just great, and if you are into action and this kind of old ages European type of fairy tale, you might actually like it. So basically we have a world with princes and knights and this type of things, and also magical creatures like different plants, fairies, giants, witches or mages, demons and goddesses, etc. So basically our story is about this princess that goes looking for these 7 knights that used to be the strongest of the kingdom, but they actually got separated like some years ago, so she starts looking for them in order to save her country. And of course the first one she finds is the leader of this group, who is Meliodas, and he's gonna help her find the rest of the group and save the country from all the things and troubles that are occurring at that time. And for another shonen is going to be No Exorcist or Blue Exorcist, because I just love these animes so much. I also love the manga and it's great. It's also like fantasy and adventure type of anime, and we also have like fantastic creatures, demons to be more specific, and it's more on the dark side actually. This story is basically about a world of humans, but some of them are aware of the existence of demons. So our protagonist basically is half demon, half human, and after certain incidents he decides to join a school to become an exorcist and kind of help the world get rid of demons, kind of. So if you are into a lot of like fighting and kind of more dark and fighting like creatures and things like that, then definitely check out this anime. Next! So this is also kind of action, but it's more into the magical type of section, and it's Magi! I love Magi, I think it's a great story. So basically for Magi we have like the recreation of some literal characters, especially Aladdin, Alibaba and Sinbad, and all of them have basically magic and they learn about fights. We kind of have a recreation of this type of old Asian world with different regions and also princes. We also have like mages and they all have like certain magical powers. So if you are into seeing fights with magic and swords and this type of Aladdin type of world and things, then you should definitely check out this anime. Then lastly, for today's recommendations on Netflix, Violet Evergarden. If you want to watch something more like beautifully made and with lots of feelings and really beautiful production, then you should definitely check out this anime. It's a really moving story about this girl who is supposed to be a doll type of robot, I don't know, created for the war. So it's kind of a post-war period, and she's trying to understand what love is by becoming what is called a doll at that time, which are the people who write letters and send them. Beautifully made, so I really recommend to you this one if you want something like happy, sad and also kind of heartwarming. And lastly, the recommendation for the Netflix anime series. I actually watched this anime and I really like it, and it's Great Pretender. I really love this story. It's basically comedy and crime type of anime and it's really great. It's basically about this con man, like a swindler, and he is this Japanese guy, and he, because of some stuff in his life, he ends up just becoming a con man, and he just basically robs from people like money by lying to them and things like that. And he tries to steal some money from this guy who ends up being a super intelligent pro conman. So this guy ends up taking our Japanese guy with him to do a lot of gunman or swindler types of job, and it's just really fun to see because our protagonist is always trying to come back to just a moral type of job, but he just can't. But anyways, it's really fun to see, and actually every type of like arc is based on one character of the team, and so we get really actually intriguing type of characters, and the story have quite a fast pace rhythm, I would say. So we get like a lot of action because of all the crimes, but also a lot of thinking that is kind of interesting to see how they get out of every problem. Also, besides that, I also love the style. It's made in these really kind of exotic, dramatic type of colors with a lot of contrast. The production is really cool, and also we get this type of music, a little bit like jazzy maybe. So I don't know, the style of this anime was really great. It's also kind of a little bit international because our protagonist is actually Japanese, but the rest of them are actually from other parts of the world. But in general, I really like all these aspects, and the story itself is really well made. I really would like if they continue this animation because it was great, and it's recently just put on Netflix, so I would really recommend you to watch it if you want to watch something more on the crime but actually funny type of things and have like a great time watching it. So this is it for my today's recommendation about some animes that are in Netflix. So I really hope that if you have any of these anime on Netflix that you are able to watch it and enjoy it. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment if you already watched any of these animation or if you would like to watch one of them and what do you think about it. Oh yeah, also don't forget to click on the bell to receive new notifications for every new video that I'm gonna be uploading. This is it. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!